This is the Good and the Beautiful curriculum. This is level, I think, 6 I have here. So I'm excited to see. Okay, here we go, guys. So, unboxing. First things first. Get it out. So all the packaging is top tier. Look at the bubble wrapping on that thing. So beautiful. So awesome. Wow. Okay. Gives you a list of everything that you need to know, that you know what's in it, but yeah, shows you what's in it. And so with level 6, you get one book to read. Yeah, they give you another book. That's awesome. And then you have geography and grammar cards. And then we have the math book, of course. Math book. I'll do a flip through of that in just a minute. And then we have a handwriting cursive book, which I am so excited for because this is literally what Ziza needs to practice, because phones and technology and all that stuff is so like a thing nowadays where cursive is just like forgotten about. And so also, this is what's new. I am really excited about this because they have never had an answer key for the other grades that we did. And now they have an answer key for the language arts portion. So I am really excited about that, guys. So cool. Literally have an answer key, guys, which is so cool. And then, of course, the answer key with math, which they give all the time. So there's that. And then, oh, I think I showed you guys the wrong one. Oh, did I? Why do I have 2? 2 math 6s. Book 2. Oh, this is new. So they have 2 books for math this time. They have book 1, and then book 2, which I didn't know that. They broke it up this time. That's cool. I don't know why they did that, but hey. And then that's it. Everything in here. And then the language arts course book. Now, I am really excited about this, guys. Number one, what's really cool about this is the this part of it. The child can fold it and do what they want with it. So they can do it either this way or like that, or just have it normally opened as they're doing their work. And I know Ziza, she doesn't like these things in her way. So depending on what side she's working on, she's definitely this is gonna be really good for her. So yeah, so anyway, I'll do a little flip through of this one since I'm holding it now. This is the language arts. I'll do the first page. This has about this course, poetry memorization about this course. I don't know if you guys can see. And then moving on, we have all these things. I'm gonna go to the first page, this course. So that's really cool. Okay. And then over here, you have boxes where you can write them down. Super cool, huh? Really cool. Okay. And it still goes. So lots of boxes for the child. Then we have a lot of reference sheets here in the beginning. And yeah, and the first lesson 1 is literally beautiful. I'm like so excited for these books, guys. So this is lesson 1. It's definitely a different layout than the last book we just went through. This is lesson 1, lesson 2. Lessons seem pretty short so far. Lesson 3. If you don't know anything about Good and the Beautiful, though, the one thing I will say is that the Good and the Beautiful curriculum is definitely student led. So if the parent needs to like do something, you need to like, you know, work around the house or whatever, and you want to keep your child like doing work, active book work or whatever, like it's definitely student led. Obviously, if they need help, you know, help them. But the Good and the Beautiful is designed for parents who are pretty busy around the house or whatever, for that homeschooled parent, you know? And so yeah, and so literally all of this here, the child reads or the parent reads to them in the beginning. So sometimes I'll have some of these beginnings with Ziza, I'll do it with her, and then I'll give her the actual work to do by herself. For example, let me see if this has it. Yeah, so here. So these exercises, I'll have her do this by herself. But like in the beginning, it normally has like some reading sections, and I'll do that with her just to, you know, engage with her or whatever. But most of the time, since who I homeschool right now, Ziza, she likes to do it on her own and just get it done on her own. So yeah, so it depends on the child if they want you to help them or not. But then, of course, you go over and you can correct what needs to be corrected. And yeah, lesson 4, I'm going to skip some, lesson 6. And yeah, this is really cool, guys. Like, I absolutely love this. But I love the layout. The layout is definitely different than the last course book that we did, level 5. This is definitely different, and I love it so far. So, yeah. We have some that. Yeah. The Nike bag is downstairs. Little, what is it called? Intermission. But yeah, the other thing I love about the Good and the Beautiful is that they have a lot of, first of all, they're Christian, so that's awesome. It's amazing. But the beautiful thing is literally this poetry reading is talking about God. So that's the beautiful thing about the Good and the Beautiful. So throughout the curriculum, throughout the specific schooling that your child is doing, they talk about the Bible, or they mention about the Bible or some story or whatever. And this poetry in particular, this is lesson, I think, let me see. This is lesson 27, and lesson 27 in the level 6, The Good and the Beautiful book. And oh, look at this. This has so many scriptures this time. Wow, this is so cool. I love this. I literally turn it around and it has 1 Peter, Mark 12, all of these different scriptures. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? What in the world? This is so beautiful, guys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Wow. This is going to be really hard not to bring this on this tour, because we literally leave tonight to go on our mission trip. If you don't know, I'm a part of a band and ministry called Christafari, and we travel the world preaching the gospel through reggae music. And so this tour, we're going to Panama and Ecuador, and so it's really, really cool. So I'm really excited for that. But anyways, back to lesson 27. So they have a poetry thing, and I'm going to read it for you guys. It says, God the artist. It says, God, when you thought of a pine tree, how did you think of a star? How did you dream of the Milky Way to guide us from afar? How did you think of a clean brown pool where flecks of shadows are? God, when you patterned a bird song flung on a silver string, how did you know the ecstasy that crystal call would bring? How did you think of a bubbling throat and a darling speckled wing? God, when you chiseled a raindrop, how did you think of a stem bearing a lovely satin leaf to hold the tiny gem? How did you know a million drops would deck the morning's hem? Like, wow, guys, this is awesome. And then it has them diagramming imperative sentences again, like they did in the other level. But if you're thinking to switch to this curriculum, again, it is more student-led. I don't even want to say more advanced, but depending on where your child is at in their, this is, I think, lesson 29, lesson 31. Okay, so here's a little little sneak peek of lesson 31. Okay, we have that. Okay, if you guys want to see. Also, what's really beautiful about the Good and the Beautiful, they have two options. So one, you can buy the physical books, of course. No way. They have a bread recipe in here. I mean, the other ones have some recipes, but this one is like sourdough. Guys, I'm literally so excited to do this. I'm excited. I might skip to this just to do it with Ziza, but wow, it's called the Australian damper bread. Guys, this looks so good. I'm excited. Anyways, yeah. So anyways, like I was saying, the beautiful thing about the Good and the Beautiful, I did not do that on purpose, but anyways, it is, you can either buy the physical books or you can print them out and it's free. So you can download the free printables to whatever level you're doing or you need, and then you will be able to, you'll be able to print it out for free. Now, obviously, if you have to print it at Staples or Office Depot or somewhere like that, you will have to literally pay for that. And when I went to go look at Office Depot, it was about $200 to do a print of it. And the course itself costs about, I want to say, depending on if you're getting all of what I have, it was about 200 something. So if that's in your budget for your child, then I would say definitely do it. But of course, if you have your own printer and you can print at home and all the things with color and everything, I say do that because you will save money. But also the downside to that is you won't have it in books. You would have to staple it together or organize it in, your own way or whatever. But anyways, so this is the Math 6 book. This is the book 1, which is crazy because they've never had this before. And then they have, of course, the lesson layout here. Okay. And then we have about the course, frequently asked questions, and then goes into unit 1. And then the first lesson is opposite and absolute value. I literally remember learning this in school, which is crazy. So that's lesson 1. You guys can see. Okay. And then still lesson 1. Okay. Yep. Lesson 1. Beautiful. Lesson 2, they have a beautiful warm up, and also, what's beautiful about the math portion of the Good and the Beautiful is that they have QR codes. So if you don't know anything about the Good and the Beautiful, again, the reason why this is such a great curriculum for your child that is pretty much independent and you want them to become more independent when it comes to their schooling, they have these QR codes where there is a video of the lesson. So if you don't know how to do the lesson or you have no idea and you want to know before your child knows, just look at the video the videos are no longer than 15 minutes and no shorter than 2 minutes, depending on the lesson and what the lady is teaching. But so this is some of the lessons here. We have here, I'm going to skip to another one, random. This is lesson 16, I believe. Yeah, lesson 16. Okay, this is division of multi-digit numbers. This is awesome. And then, so that's unit 1, and then we have unit 2 here. It's broken up like that. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know why I didn't do it like this before. You guys can see it. But yeah. Expressions. Deals with multiplication, addition. I think this has some negatives in here, which is really cool. Okay. Yeah, so This is a really good curriculum, if I do say so myself. We have been going through this for the last, I want to say 3 years now. And then this is book 2. Book 2, let's see. This, I've never had two math books before. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, and then it just starts with Unit 3 in book 2. So that's pretty cool. That's really cool, actually. So I guess this one probably has more. And then you start off with lesson, I think 61, if I didn't skip any just now. Yeah. You start off in lesson 61 in Unit 2. Or Unit 3. What did I say? Unit 3, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much lesson 70. I said The Good and the Beautiful is such a great curriculum. Again, if you don't know anything about this new math and you're scared that you haven't learned it in a really long time like myself and you don't know how to teach it, again, just look at the videos before you have your child do it, so when they do ask questions you can be able to answer them as well. And the videos are pretty much straightforward, but sometimes it can be a little redundant. I know for my sister it is like that, but yeah. So that's the end of the second book. And then I won't show the answer keys, but I will show the handwriting book itself. They start off with the alphabet, of course. So it starts off with the U.S. states and capitals, alphabet, have this here. Okay, skip some for you guys. Some here. Okay, pretty straightforward handwriting book. And it comes with the curriculum, so you don't have to purchase it separately. It comes with the language arts curriculum only for level 6 though. I don't know if they might have more handwriting books that you would purchase separately. I do know the last curriculum we had didn't have a handwriting book that came with it. And so, but they do have some handwriting practices, I believe, in another like other handwriting practice books. But before we did this curriculum, we actually were doing, what is that one called? Master Books. And so with Master Books was really good, but at a point it became like a little too much for her. Not too much, but it was too little, I guess. So we wanted to upgrade to this one, and we found out what works for us. So honestly, we just go back and forth. So sometimes we use the Master Books math to like refresh her memory on like, the times before where she used to do like, very basic math, and then I would go to this one. So we would do a mixture of both. So don't feel like you have to literally stay at one curriculum. You can do whatever works for your child, you know what I mean? And just make sure that they're doing their work that they have to do, obviously. So this is cool. This is towards the end of the handwriting book. They have a stanza that the child has to write. And yeah, this is really cool. It's a whole, like, not paragraph, but, more words to write in cursive, which is really nice. And then this one, at the bottom, it has the names of these owls in print. And then they're going to have them rewrite it in cursive down here. So that's really cool. But yeah, that is the flip through of level 6 of The Good and the Beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you have any questions about other levels of The Good and the Beautiful, put it in the comments below. But yeah, this is pretty much it. And then Of course, we have the geography and grammar cards. I don't want to open it up, but I'm sure you guys can literally look it up of what they look like. We've had these before, and what you do is you just break them apart and then put them in order of what it is, and you go through these. In the book it says like when you should go through it and do it with the child, but yeah. So, and then of course we have the, oh, it's already bent. We have the math answer key book. Let me see. And it's just one answer key book for the math, which is really nice. So it's really, really cool. And then we have the answer key for the language arts, which is so, I've never seen this before. So this is amazing. And if it is on the website, it's like hidden and you can't really find it, then you have to download it, and it's a whole thing. So yeah, but the answer key is very thin for the language arts. You see that? It's very, very thin, very light. The math one is a little more hefty, tiny bit more hefty. And yeah, but it's still light. Like with these two, it's still pretty light. And then again, these two books that it comes with, the book that she has to read throughout the language arts, and then I believe this is the book that she's going to read on her own, which you can either have your child read this or have them read another book if they're more advanced or less advanced or whatever, because it always varies of the child and all the things. So yeah, guys, this is the flip through of level 6. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what what questions you have for homeschooling and all the things. I've been homeschooling Ziza for, I believe, now it's been 4.5, 5 years. Yeah, since I joined the ministry, so 5 years now. And we're always on the go. So we do plane school, bus school, hotel room school, Airbnb school, you name it, van school, before a show school. So it's always something. And then also, aside from the good and the beautiful, when we're home, of course, like the books are very good for being at home, but when we are on the go, we love to use iExcel. So iExcel is an app that you can download. You have to pay monthly for it or yearly, depending on what you want to use it for. But it has all the levels, all the different grades. And so it has from grade K to grade 12. And it also has science, social studies, math, language arts. It also has, I think you can learn Spanish and possibly another language. It might just be Spanish, but we use that as well. And so yeah, that is it. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.